I still gotta take local recordings. Shit. Welcome back, Schoolers. That's right. It is your favorite show. I mean, if School News is your favorite show, don't tell me. Just pretend that it's the School After Dark show, because it would just make me feel better. But yeah, it's your favorite show, the School After Dark show, and it's Wednesday, my dudes. Wait, no, it's not. It's Tuesday. And that's just the kind of day it's been. I don't even know where I'm at or what time of week it is. How are you?
It has been a crazy Wednesday since it's not Wednesday.
It's been the worst Wednesday ever.
It's been the weirdest Wednesday. Everyone's going to be confused now. Sorry. If you're listening to this tomorrow, then it is Wednesday. So, hey, maybe we're partially right, you know?
I hope not. Hopefully it's a good day tomorrow.
You hope it's not Wednesday tomorrow? Wait a minute.
I hope tomorrow is not a bad Wednesday. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Good Wednesday. Yes. Mm-hmm. This is...
We're off to a great start.
Great start. It's been a day that we had. How are you feeling about today?
It's been a whirlwind of emotions. Just a whirl. There's you can just feel the energy in Schoolers where there's a lot of people excited. There's a lot of people not so excited. There's just a lot of weird, nervous energy. I don't know.
Yeah, I would agree that there's a lot of people that are living in either quiet. They're being quiet because there's a lot of unknowns to them, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's a good amount of people that are making assumptions that are just not okay. Mm-hmm. And then there's some people that are just so happy that Sam is doing this for them, right?
Yeah.
Because when you think about for most people that are just starting out, creating a community, creating a business, this is their first online business, or they've been doing this for a while, everybody knows. Well, you know what? Actually, nobody knows, unless we explain what we're talking about. So,
okay, let's explain.
Let's hit the breaking news sound real quick, because we got some breaking news.
Yes, I will hit it. Breaking news.
Okay. School News just announced their secret project. Do you know what it is?
I do, because I watched it. And I just want to say, yesterday I said, you need to make sure you watch School News tomorrow. I didn't know anything. All I knew was that something exciting might be happening, but I didn't know what it was. And now I know.
Yes.
And I was blown away.
I think you also knew that because I said I was going to launch something because of it, right?
Yes. And I was like, well, there's got to be something big. And I was shocked by the whole thing. I was like, holy crap. But also, I will say, it was slightly obvious because they've been talking about this quote-unquote gossip for weeks now.
What do you mean? What school gossip? I'm just kidding. The straight face where you're just like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah.
But the details was interesting. I didn't know all that other stuff.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on it is what I want to know.
Well, when they first started explaining it, my first thought right away was, oh no, people are going to probably be mad at this.
Why?
Okay, for everybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, you should know what we're talking about if you watch School News. School is running ads, and it's awesome. Yeah, let me move our big old heads out the way. Yeah, they're running off-site ads on Meta, and it's really, really cool. I mean, I've already been seeing mine. I've seen a bunch of my friends' school communities on there. I did not realize they were going to be doing a 30% commission, and I was like, oh man, people might be mad about that. But to me, it makes sense because the way I think Sam explained it really well, it's they're going to run out of money eventually because Meta ads are not cheap. And so, they can keep pumping these ads for us, but if they're only going to get so far and then they just have to stop and then all those free members we've been getting goes away. So that money's got to come from somewhere. So it makes sense to me.
And he talks about how they had been running ads to get community owners, but now they're like, well, why don't we spend that money on you guys getting members, which is so cool of them, right?
Yeah, because they've always said the goal is for like 1 billion school people that are found in the community. That doesn't mean there's going to be 1 billion school communities. So yeah, I mean, it makes the next obvious step would be this.
Yeah, and honestly, like to me, when I heard this, I was like, "Oh shit, we're getting to the point of like TikTok, right?" Because
Yeah.
like we remember Musically, and then it was TikTok, and they were trying to get creators to come on the platform, and then they switched it to members, and then TikTok really blew up, right? We've
Yes.
seen that with other places out there, but we haven't seen that happen with a platform community like School.
No, no, it's huge. Oh, let me
So,
backtrack a little bit just for a second. Remember, if you want to chat with us, go to the post in What is School, comment in there, and I will throw it up. And just to give you an example of what I mean when I say throw it up, I'm going to throw up our first comment that we got so far in the What is School. It's from Jennifer. She's commenting on the growth boost. At first, she thought that they would only run ads for those supergroups that are the new platinum program. And so, that was like an interesting turn of events. Like they announced the partner platinum thing with Hermosi, and then they announced this the next day. So I can see where that misconception could be.
well, obviously, those communities are likely to have Growth Boost on, right? Because they're working
Definitely.
alongside Hormozy. And so, if that's the case, wouldn't it not be cool to like show up next to these influencers with your community?
That would be pretty
Like,
cool.
it's pretty
Yeah.
awesome. So back to like what I was originally saying with it was, before I was like, oh yeah, we didn't even say what it was.
Yeah.
So Growth Boost is essentially that School will bring you members, right? And they're running ads to communities, and they're also running ads to Discovery. So a lot of people were like kind of confused, like, so if School gets you a customer, they're going to get 30% commission, and it's if School brought it to you. And they're like, well, why does Discovery and keyword search, why are those included, right? Because we spend a lot of time like getting that perfected. Well, it's because we're running ads to Discovery, right?
Yeah.
So they're spending a lot of money to try to, if you're making a good community, right? You're doing your best to make a good community. They are going to do their best to try to help you get members that are actually in your niche, people that want to be in your community, not just running it. Like, have you ever seen those like crappy, like you don't know how to run ads, and so somebody goes to Fiverr and is like, I want to get more traffic, so I'm going to go to Fiverr, and then you get a bunch of people that just are not part of your niche, and now you have like a flooded, just garbage mess, right?
That's the worst. That's the worst.
Yeah. You don't want to buy followers. You don't want to buy like clients that way. You don't want to buy leads that way through like something like Fiverr or somebody that doesn't know what they're doing. They're having the best person that's been running ads for School doing this for your community. So like, let's just take a moment. Could you imagine how much it would be to just hire someone like Evelyn for yourself, for your own community?
Oh, it's multiple thousands.
Yeah,
Multiple
like
thousands.
lots of money. And so what they're doing is they're upfronting the cost. You literally do not pay anything unless they get you a member. That's it. Like, so
Yeah.
they are running ads to your community, whether you get a member or not. Obviously, you want it to be getting a member, but you only pay the 30% commission if you have a paid community. Because remember, some people have free communities, and that's if they get that person to you.
Yeah.
So
I saw
they're
some
doing
people
that
saying
through
like
all sorts of ways.
I saw some people saying like, well, they're paying 30%. Well, that's someone you wouldn't have gotten otherwise. So it's kind of a.
And some people were like, okay, like let's be honest, right? We love to School Discovery, right? It's pretty cool. But if they're not running ads to School Discovery, you get what? Maybe one member every once in a while, right?
It depends on the community, but yeah.
Yeah, it really does depend on the community, especially because like the people that weren't running traffic, right? The people that were running traffic to their communities, they would get that tailwind from School, right?
Yes.
And so they would of course get way more people from Discovery. But if the people that really need to try to get this and understand that if they weren't going out and making content and they weren't running ads and they were just trying to rely on Skool, well, guess what? This is good news for you.
Yeah.
And there, it's like, oh, but I don't get 100% anymore. Yeah. Would you like to have one person at 100%? Or would you like to have 10 people at 70%? Like, do the math, you guys. It seriously is a no-brainer to keep this thing on, right?
Yeah. And you like keep it on, you have the option to turn it off. So
Right.
there's always
And
that.
you can turn it off if you don't want to. But then obviously it goes back to the whole point of like you need to get your own traffic. So either Skool's going to get the traffic for you and you can pay that 30% and they're going to turn around, put that money right back into bringing more members to check you out on Discovery or looking at community and all that stuff. Or I don't know. I don't understand the problem that some people are having.
I think
I mean,
the
I
issue-
hear them out, but
I mean, the issue that I'm seeing, it's people who are already Skool native people, and probably most people that are upset about it have their niche is schoolers, so they were already getting people from search and discovery even without this. And actually, no, they probably weren't even doing that. They were probably getting members from like hopping in other people's communities and chatting.
well, there's a lot to be said on that, and I do want to get back to that point, but I kind of wanted to go over a little bit about like what they said. And so, can I share my screen and like let us watch part of the Skool news real quick?
Do it.
Okay.
I gotta
Let me
see.
see.
I gotta see my man.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me see. Let me figure this out. This is when I feel really old. I want to share
You're an
audio.
old person. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Can you hear this?
And we really
Yes.
love like what you guys are doing. Like we're super impressed at some of the communities on Skool.
Yep.
Kirby likes to joke that I have a crush on all of these different people, like AI Video Bootcamp. And I do really. And I love these products so much. Like we want to we want to share them with the world. Like there's some really awesome stuff on this platform.
Yeah.
And we want to put it out there.
So I wanted to share that because that really is the heart of what he's wanting people to understand is he looked at this and he was like, I really, really love what these people are doing. So I want people to find it.
Well, something else that he said later, and I think it's been the goal all along, is you don't want everybody to have to go off and do content if they don't want to. They don't have to go off and go live like we're doing if they don't want to, or run ads if they don't want to. Should you probably, and especially for us, like we enjoy it. And I think it actually will boost you. Might as well do both. But like there's a lot of people that just don't want to do it. And I don't think it's up to this point been possible with just
Right.
Discovery.
I mean, you could, but it was going to be a slow trickle. And I think that's the people that are complaining have only experienced the slow trickle. So part of me wants to be like, hey, give it 30 days and see what happens. Like, why don't you just go make a bomb-ass community, right? Be really good about like serving your people, put on a 7-day free trial, figure shit out, right? And test it, see what happens. Because Sam has like just straight up said the team is working hard to make this work.
Yeah.
Right?
I think the best thing is to just stay still for a minute and just kind of see how it plays out. Because, I mean, who knows? Like you said, it could be like, instead of a trickle, it could be like a fire hydrant. All of a sudden, you get 100 new members. I mean, it could be. We don't know. We don't know what it's going to look like.
In fact, there was something that he said. Let me see if I can pull this part up because it was really helpful to read and just like for people to be aware. And this member really asked a good question, so I want to review it real quick.
Bring it up. Bring it up.
Okay. So, sharing screen. I don't have to share audio this time.
Please
So I'm gonna
don't.
turn that off. Yeah, because that'll make me have to stay here all night for uploading. Okay. We're gonna go over here. So Samantha, da da da, she said, like, if we're talking in the comments and you decide to look at my profile because you liked my comments, or you get curious and then decide to join my community, is that School Network? Because right now it's School Network, so that's ads, discovery search, and all of this. So if School brought you, if you got the lead or the member through School, that's what counts. So even though you wouldn't have found me without showing up and interacting with you, like that's what she said. And Sam said if they came from a link, that would be direct or whatever their last touch was for that group. Group to group links don't count for anything in attribution. They basically do nothing unless it's an affiliate link, obviously. Currently, profile traffic is considered new School Network. I see how this might seem a little unfair. See, he's even acknowledging that, right? However, if we didn't count it, this whole project would be over. Okay? It would not work. Mostly because this attribution thing goes both ways. We, School, are not getting credit for most of the sales we generate, you guys, from our ads. He's just telling you, like, what they have been working on in the background for months and months and months to figure out how they can make this work so that they can spend all this money on you, right?
Yeah.
You and your community. He says, we're actively working on this and trying to make it as fair and transparent as possible. However, even how things are currently configured, this might not work. He's being honest, right? Like, they are currently working hard to make this work. It's extremely hard for us to make our money back, to spend it again. Not for them to make money, remember? Spend
Those
it
are break
again
even.
on you guys. Yeah. There is a very high chance that the whole project fails and we kill the feature completely. And I'm pretty sure nobody wants that because that's less members and traffic for everybody. Give me one moment.
It's fine. I mean, that's a 30% is not a very large margin for running ads. If you know anything about running ads, I feel like I don't know how they're doing it, to be honest. I have no idea how any of that back end stuff works whatsoever.
Yeah. Sorry about that, and I couldn't mute because live, laugh, love, right? And then she said, Lauren came in and said this because she's reading this and understanding, like, for the good of everybody, we want this to work, right? So is there anything we can do as community creators to help ensure this project moves forward successfully? Thank you all for giving it a try, right? I was like, I jumped in, obviously. I'm not Sam. But I think making a really great community. Yeah. Making a great community that people want to be in and stay in is the answer. This would be show. Nice. I really cannot talk today. I'm going to edit right now, right live with you guys, okay? This would show through click-through rates, LTV, etc. So that last slide in School News about group card, free trials, etc. That's how we together as a community can help make this project succeed. Like, we are actively doing this all together. So it's my job, your job, Eric, everybody else's job listening, anybody else in Schoolers, us as community owners. If we want this to succeed, then we need to do our part in making good communities. So building the great communities through simple actions. It doesn't have to be difficult. And yeah, it was nice that he agreed with me. And please work with us to make this a success. We are trying to help you guys. So I think it's so important to know that, like, they've been working on this for months. And now that they've worked on this for months, even if there's something like, even if he's saying right here, he seems is like a little unfair, this whole project would be over and it would not work. And it's because the attribution thing, like, you might have thought, like, oh, I was, like, doing all this work to get noticed and people look at me. But, like, how many times did their attribution not get credited for?
True.
Right?
Very true.
So I think that it's one of those things where, yeah, even where Kirby said, like, can I be honest? Like, how honest am I going to be?
Yeah. Let me bring up this question by Jennifer. So anyone coming from search or discovery counts as the 30% as
not me.
well. I believe the answer is that it will. that it will count as the 30% affiliate. I think it's anything to do with Skool, right? The ads, the
Yes.
search, the discovery, the profiles, anything that's not coming from your own stuff is if it has to do with the Skool network, then they're going to take a percentage out of it. There is one question once you get to a point where you can talk again that I did want to ask you is there was a post from Ryan Duncan earlier, and he was talking about what about if you run YouTube ads or you have content, you run them to your free community, and then they upgrade from free to paid. That was something I was curious about because I didn't know if it would still if they originally got to you because of your ads or YouTube, but then they kind of technically upgraded from Skool Network.
So you remember how the attribution thing works, where they just changed it. They just
Yes.
talked about it on Skool News. So that was something that most people didn't realize that they had been working on, and he worked hard on it to make sure that this was as fair as possible, to make sure that Skool didn't get any extra attribution that it shouldn't have, right? Mm-hmm. So it like they were explaining how the attribution works, like if it comes from YouTube or if it comes from Skool or
Yes.
etc., and how long it stays, like it's locked in or whatever. Mm-hmm. So if you're from YouTube and they ascend to your paid community after a certain amount of time, like, and it's within that window, that period of time, we'll have to go back and watch the attribution Skool News to know the exact time dates or whatever. Then it's going to still show. Otherwise, it's your job to have them go to a link, like through a link.
Yeah, what do y'all mean by a link? So like what kind of link? So like let's just give it like a tangible example. You have two communities. You have a free community and you have a paid community. Mm-hmm. And you're trying to get them to upgrade to your paid community. What would the physical link be? So
people have, in my opinion, gotten lazy and they're just like, join my paid community. It's on my profile. Well, now guess what that is? That's Skool Network, because you're having them go through the Skool Network to find you. Mm-hmm. Now, if you put a link to your community, just like the About page or whatever, as long as there's no attribution on that account right at that moment, right?
Okay,
like
so just a link. You're saying just a link to your About page then.
Right. You can go, and if you look at what Kirby, I think we even pinned it. Maybe you know what I'll do is I'll will. You want to pull it up?
Yep, I'll pull it up. 1 second. Talk about the pinned comment from Ryan's post.
Yeah. So it's not an affiliate link, right? Because people were going, oh my gosh, my affiliate link to my own community doesn't work. Well, oh my gosh, affiliates don't work for you as an owner or an admin.
Right.
That's normal. I mean, like back in the day, it may have even shown you as that. But when tiers started coming out, when traffic sources started coming out, it's like the attribution cannot be showing you, because you are the one that's going to be putting your link out there to YouTube, to Instagram. And so it would break the attribution system for you to show your traffic sources if your affiliate link would work for your community. Right. So you don't have an affiliate link. So when you go to your community and it says invite, it's just the About page link. Gotcha. There's no affiliate link anymore. So unless you wanted the like if you want incorrect info on your traffic sources, then like by all means try to complain about not having an affiliate link. But I'm going to tell you, Sam did such a good job with trying to figure out how to ensure the traffic sources were accurate that they looked at that and they went, oh yeah, you know what? It doesn't matter because an owner's not going to make an affiliate anyways from their own community or an admin, right? And so it's not going to show that up. So, and some people were like, you're not being transparent about that. You're looking at it in the wrong way, you know?
Yeah. It just doesn't make sense because, like, if I give myself an affiliate, I'm still making 100%, whether or not I give myself 70% and 30%.
Yeah, so you want to make sure that, like, people are... And you know what? This is one of those things where you may... Like, if you're really worried about this, you have the option to turn it off. Or you have the option to have a tiered solution.
Do you want to show what it looks like when you turn it off? Because I think that's pretty interesting.
Sure, it's one of my favorite
Yeah.
parts.
Yeah, and while you're pulling that up, I just want to say a bit on the transparency thing is like, what other CEO is in the comment section of everybody's post replying
Frickin'
as
facts.
himself?
Man,
None. Zero. There's nobody.
let's see. I'm gonna see if I can get it pulled up.
So I'm still pretty happy with how everything went. I don't know.
Yeah, boy.
Actually, honestly, it's maybe you want to release a paid community like today.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna tell you no.
I mean, you did. Like, you released a paid community. Well, no, we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about it
Okay,
later.
we'll talk about that in a minute. All right, I'm going to share screen so we can just show you. All right, so when you come over here, you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. Over here, you can see when you come to your group settings, you come to Discovery, right? Tells you how Discovery works. Right here, it says Growth Boost on. And it says show at the top of search results for keywords your ideal customers are searching for. Boost visibility. And let Skool run off-site ads to promote your community. Skool does all the work and fronts the cost. You only pay a 30% commission if Skool gets you a customer. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy cool. Pay nothing for customers you bring on your own. That's so fair, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not actually going to turn this off. When you click this, it's going to make it like a do it are you sure thing, which by the way, this was added too.
Sure?
Like you get to see how this works.
Oh, that's cool.
But let's go ahead and click calculating impact. Damn.
Oh my gosh.
So, are you sure? In the last 30 days, Skool has sent you 52 members and 421 visitors. The traffic source will decrease by 90% immediately. Immediately. Your rank will decrease from 430 to 1060.
Oh man. Wow. That's a pretty
like-
big difference.
Right? And then Skool pays the upfront cost. It's saying it again. You pay nothing for your customers. You bring on your own. Skool is basically giving you $100 and asking for 30 back. Turning on the growth boost again does not guarantee your previous results. People need to know this. Like, actually read. Sometimes I feel like people don't read. I'm like, please read this and understand that if you turn this off and then you go to turn it back on again, that does not mean that this is what's going to be happening for you.
So
It
don't
may
turn
take
off just to
months.
test it.
Yeah. It may take months for your community to rank where it was before. And that promotional spot may be taken by somebody else. Okay.
Yep.
And then you have to click I understand. And it says stop sending me customers.
Don't do it. No, don't do it.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know what other like sign you need to not do this. So obviously I'm going to click this. But I did want to say a couple of other things that like I shared a loom on this where you have to think about this again, where they're using Meta. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Somebody else recently, I don't know where it is. It was somewhere in like a pin post. They said that they saw their ad on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads.
Interesting.
Now, if you know anything about ads, right? In fact, somebody did bring this up. I'm going to bring it up right now because I feel like it's important.
What is Skool?
So, I was explaining in this post right here. If you want to go and watch it and understand kind of more of what I'm saying on this, I'm saying like Skool pays for the ads, but Meta does decide who gets shown. So like if you know anything about Meta, you know it rewards what performs.
Yes.
And so they were like, Meta has access to our Skool metrics. I personally don't have the exact thing that Evelyn's doing. I do have some information. I'm not even entirely sure how much I can share on that at the moment.
There's some secret sauce.
Yeah, they got to keep it. They got to keep deciding what they're going to share on that. But I do know that they have the basic metrics like LTV, like click-through rate.
Click-through
the
rate.
things that it would normally have.
We get that anyways.
Yeah, so that is why I'm like explaining your cover photo, your group description, your about page, onboarding, retention, they matter a lot. It's like because if you're getting this many visitors and stuff, and then Meta's like, hey, but this, and you got 52 members, right? Well, Billy Bob, I'm just going to use that name. He's getting 300 visitors and he has 100 members. So what is Meta going to do? And they're staying longer and they're buying more, right? Like their LTV is higher. Then Meta's going to be showing that one because it's saying, hey, yeah, look,
Get more
we do a
clicks.
really good return for you.
Yep.
So, like,
Especially
obviously,
a YouTube thumbnail. You got to make it look good and clickable.
yeah, and you have to build a community that is going to stick well. That's why, remember that last image? I went ahead and removed it. I hate it when I do that. But I clicked the tab closed and as if I wasn't going to need it anymore. Let me go ahead and click that because it scares me. It does. It scares me. But they were saying in the last bit, like, make sure that you have all this and like free trials, crush. You want to have a good free trial, right? Mm-hmm. So what if you have a bunch of free trials and people don't stay?
Yeah.
Meta's gonna know that. They're gonna be like,
Not Daddy Zuck.
yeah. So ultimately, do we want to go ahead and share kind of like what I ended up doing?
Well, before we do, like, I also want to mention that they said it basically updates it pretty instantly if you change your cover photo. So, like, I mean, maybe test out some different stuff. Maybe.
Well, it doesn't change instantly for the Meta ads.
Is that not what he said on the school news?
I don't think so. Like, it's not immediate. It still will change, but it is going to be changing in Discovery for sure. So, and there's not much data. Like, you want to test some things, but it's hard to test a group cover photo and know if that's the thing that changed it.
If that's the only thing you're doing, it might be easier to see. But if you're doing lots of stuff, then yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's some things like, what does Meta need, right, to know what you're about? Because the way that and this is maybe where we talk to somebody. Okay, so I saw some people in Schoolers that were like, I'm an ads person, and that's not really how it is. It's only going to serve you your community. Like, of course you're going to see it. I can't share the secret sauce, but like they weren't telling the full truth, or they're not doing it the way that this is being done. I am going to, I know I said it in my new community, but I think I want to go ahead and share this from what I understand. This was not told to me, but from what I noticed, okay?
Uh-huh.
Have you ever been on Meta and gotten served ads from Amazon?
I honestly don't know.
Okay, I buy a shit ton from Amazon because of the ads that they run to me.
I get lots of Amazon ads on TikTok.
So what happens, the kind of the carousel that you can see if you do check it out.
Yes, I have seen those. Never mind.
So it's sometimes things that you've already viewed, but it also knows based off of what you viewed, what you might also like.
Mm-hmm. I
So
get
it's, like,
Walmart ads like that too.
Really, yeah, they're really trying to figure out, like, ooh, we know that you like purple hippos. So guess what? You might also like a green giraffe, right? And so they'll serve you more stuff that, like, they basically know you and they're being creepy. But
Meta knows us
That's
better
what
than
it-
we know ourselves.
they know thing. I'm like, I didn't even know that thing existed. Now I suddenly want that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what this is doing. It's just like they're being the FBI. That's what Meta is doing. They're watching you, observing you. And so you have the power of that for your community to be showing up like that. Because some people are like, you'll see them in the comments of like the Meta ads, and they're like, yeah, it was showing my community first. And they're like, wait, my community was first. Well, That's because Evelyn's doing some secret sauce.
Jennifer said she changed her card and it showed up within about an hour or so. As I was saying, by
Yes.
test, I don't mean like constantly change your card. I mean just kind of look what the top people are doing and maybe seeing if yours looks similar. Like, is it the same? Is like, can you read it? It's like there's lots of variable. And we talk about this. We've done a couple of cover photo Wednesdays, and we might do more another day, but
Yeah, in fact, we had the Speed Cubers was featured
that was
on
awesome.
School News.
That was really
which
cool.
was really cool. Yeah, that was fun. Because remember we talked about it on here, and we're like,
Yeah.
it should have the words. And
And then he changed it.
then the
and
other
then-
thing,
And then he changed it again. I was like, yes.
yeah, it was a progression of like really awesome stuff. One thing that we did notice too is that what's going good with them is that if you're going to be in the photo, or if there's going to be like an object in the photo, put it on the left side of the cover photo.
I was
And
trying to
put
tell
your
Art that
words.
today, and he wouldn't listen to me. You need to tell him.
Why? He has it. He should have it that way.
He did, and he wanted me to change it, and so I did. I'm like, I don't know about this, and he's like, it's probably fine.
Oh gosh. I'm gonna look at it now because like now.
Well, he hasn't changed it yet.
Okay. All right, because like I helped design the current one. I was like, this is based on what we want it to be.
I
you know?
like the current one, personally. Anyways.
Yeah. I think that well, before we go into more of like all this other stuff, what are you guys thinking right now? What are you thinking about it?
Are you sad? Are you excited? Are you hopelessly depressed? Do you have hope for the future? I personally have hope for the future because to me this means that Skool as a platform is growing, and there's going to be maybe some growing pains, maybe because we're getting a growth boost, as one might say. I think it's
Yep.
exciting.
I think something that should I share my Secret Sam project that I'm gonna do? Well, because the team has been working so hard, should I share it?
Go ahead.
I need everybody's help on this,
Okay, I'm ready.
and I am going to be messaging some people, but we got to keep it a super
I'm
secret.
not
Sam
sure I know
project.
what this is, so I'm ready.
You don't. You're not yet. So because the team have been working on this for months, it's been really fun to hear about everybody excited about school gossip and everything, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, now that this is released and they have this option, and they've busted their butts, right? And I'm talking months, like previous to January, they've been working on this, and I am wanting to see if others are really appreciative of this and they really like it, they understand the vision, they're so excited that Sam and others would actually put time and effort to make this a possibility for them. If they will make a video, like a short video, a very short video,
Oh, okay, that'd be fun.
then I'm going to make like a Google folder where we can put all of them in there so that we can try to mash up a video. Similar to, if you hadn't seen it yet, Glenn inside of Schoolers, his people made him like a photography
Yes,
video
this
that was
is
really
great.
sweet. I want to try to do that for Sam and the team because they have really worked hard for this.
I've seen like people do that with VSL reviews.
It's pretty cool. And like I think sometimes people forget that like the heart of it. They talked about 1 billion users. That's for people to have community. People that like maybe don't have the access to be around people that know them. Like, or can understand them. Could you imagine living, like, let's say you live in a small town where nobody understands who you are as a person.
Hey,
They
that's
can't
me for real.
relate, right? But you can get online, come to a place like Skool, find out of like, hopefully someday 1 billion users, you are finding your place of belonging online, and someday you might even meet up with them, if that's like your thing. Obviously, not for the community about introverts, right? We're gonna We're going to unite separately. But for most people, they're going to be able to find and connect with the people they wouldn't have been able to find in their hometowns.
You know what that made me realize just now? It's like they were running ads to get more community owners, and now they're running ads to get more community members. How lucky are we that we are like still at the bottom floor of this? Like, really, if our only enemy is giving up, like if we can stick with this for long enough, like inevitably, because we're so early, most of us that stick with it probably will have a pretty huge community.
Honestly, I'm not joking. This is, in fact, okay, let me go into this. I launched last minute, so I've been having a paid community I've been working on, right? For a bit. Then I had my health stuff come up, right? Which again, ta-da, I'm on Skool. I had health things come up and I am still able to be here, right? Pretty cool. And for me, I was like, during my health stuff, I'm not going to launch it. And then there was I knew this was coming up. And I also wanted to create a space that was going to be like hype about what's going on.
Yeah.
Not be the place where people like wanted to be like womp womp
Doom.
and upset with Sam.
Gloom.
Yeah, because that kind of like energy I'm not going to tolerate, right?
Yeah.
That it's not helpful. It's not solution oriented. It's problem focused only. And guess what? Tons of people can find problems any day. You're not special by finding problems. You're special by finding solutions. So, and that's what I want to encourage, right? Like, if we can spot the problem, great. You got the first part down, but come up with a solution and something that's like going to work. And if you don't have all the details and then you find out the details and your solution's not going to work, okay, come up with another one. Anyways, that's like a little tangent of mine. But when I thought about it, I was like, you know what? What I could do though, right now, is I can create a community because I've been oh gosh, now I'm feeling a little bit older now. I've been working with businesses as a consultant and working with communities, especially online, for years and years and years, even previous to Skool.
Decades.
I'm so old. But I've been doing it, and I've done it in the background for a lot of these people too. Like, it's part of being a supportive person, right? You end up being supportive, but also that sometimes means that you don't take credit for certain things, right?
You don't get the credit. No one threw you a parade. You just did it.
And it's fine. But at the same time, I do have enough information to help others succeed with this, right? And so I was going to launch and it be more focused on roles in the beginning and not roles like dinner roles, remember? It was going to be roles in regards to like supportive people.
Yeah.
But I was going to have
different
a
jobs.
section about community owners anyways, right?
Yeah.
And so what I decided was I was going to soft launch this first and not have a classroom. We were just going to soft launch and basically make sure that everybody that wants to take advantage of Growth Boost is going to be able to do so. So like exactly what Lauren was saying, like what can we do? That's what my mission is with the soft launch is like, what can we do to make you succeed so that this succeeds for Skool, for everybody. So that's what I wanted to do. And I had 4 people join so far today.
Nice.
Because I already had some clients in there. And yeah, so that's awesome. And some people were like, hey, is that not good that you only had 4 people? I'm like, first of all, I gave nobody any notice.
Zero
at
notice.
all.
You didn't like technically it wasn't like a big launch. You just kind of like, this is
No,
it.
that's what a soft launch is, right?
Yeah.
So, and that I want to give you guys permission too to know when you do a soft launch, it's okay to only have like a trickle come in, right? Like it's going to build over time. I'm not going to be done talking about this, right?
I
I'm still
personally
gonna be showing up.
myself would prefer that.
Yeah.
I would much
And-
prefer it to slowly grow than overwhelm me all at once.
I would prefer as the user to have it be a soft launch because then I'm going to get more time, right?
Yes, exactly.
So that's what I ended up doing is I ended up launching the paid version of the community and we're just going to look at everything like very thoroughly. I'm going to give, we're doing a kickoff call tomorrow and tonight I'm going to give some like frameworks for people to be able to share. Cause like we need to know, like, if you really are serious about taking advantage of Growth Boost, then you need to make sure that your 7-day free trial strategy is on point if you're going to have one on.
Yes.
No matter what community you're in, your onboarding needs to be good. And that's not just for if you have your own community. It's also, if you have a role with a community.
Yeah.
So if you're growth operating, then you come to the school and you talk about all the people that you're growth operating. That's like what two of my clients are doing, and they also have their own communities and stuff. But constantly we're talking about the communities that they're helping, and I can give them actionable steps that they can take with the communities that they help. They go and implement it, and it's like, I was never involved, but you were able to use my expertise.
Yeah.
So that's
Can I
just
show
really
it? Can I
want
show
to
your
see.
community?
Yeah, I really want to see Skool succeed with this. So that's kind of why I decided to do it.
Yes, make money with community. It is officially soft launching. And like you
Yes.
said, you're going to be giving like Loom type feedback on cover photos, on group descriptions, about pages, 7-day free trial strategies, onboarding. That's a huge one. There's like nobody that talks about onboarding specifically. And like the fact that you can get in there so early and get like basically coaching.
Yeah, you're
Like direct
essentially going
access
to get.
coaching.
Yeah, if we're being honest, this is probably the most access that people are going to get to me while it's in soft launch, in this price. Because what they're doing is anybody that joins right now, because when I come out with the official launch, it's going to be tiered. So there is going to be a lower tier, and they just have access basically to the community and to the replays. Then there's premium, where there's going to be like a monthly call, and then obviously some workshops that I'm able to curate for them. And the classroom. So the classroom's not available now, but they will have access to it then, and it's going to be more than double the price. So I think it's going to be $99 a month is what I ended up going with. And so they're getting in at $49 and they're securing premium. But I'm going to have VIP. And so VIP is going to be invite only. And these people are going to have the option. I'll probably give it to them right before we get started. Like, if they've been going good with this soft launch, and they will probably get a deal on one of the VIPs, depending on if I think that it would even be suited for them. Because that's the thing. I decided a while back when I was doing my other community that if I'm doing like group coaching, I'm going to really inspect their communities first on even if they can get group coaching.
Yeah.
Or if somebody's wanting one-on-one, which I do have some one-on-one clients, I need to make sure that you are the type of person that, one, is going to take the action that needs to be taken, and if I think that your community is something that is going to succeed with help, right?
Yep.
And I'm also honest. I'm very honest. So
To a fault.
yeah, people need to know that that's what they're going to be getting. Is like, my goal is going to be your success. So whether it's what you want to hear or not, I'm going to give you the truth. And there's so many different ways to do it, right? And I want to find the best way that works for like that person's lifestyle that they want to have. Not building a job. Like, anybody can build a job, but I want people to have the lifestyle they want with their community. So anyways, that's kind of like my philosophy when I was going into this, is that I want to basically give them a taste of what it would be like to have that available to them.
Yep. So do it, people. If now is the perfect time while the Skool growth boost thing is here. If you want to optimize for it, that's what you're doing this month, is just helping people optimize for that. So take advantage of it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's like no hard feelings if you don't do it too. Like, people, it was so funny when I made the other loom. I think it was Art, and he was like, "That was the most salesy I've seen you be." I'm like, you don't have to be salesy. Like, the people that know it's for them can come. They're invited. Like, honestly, if you think that your community is going to do well and you want Growth Boost to be good for you, you don't want it, because remember, if you turn off Growth Boost, you lose your rank and it could take months to get back there. So if you want to have Growth Boost on and not hurt your community, like, because to me, that's what that says, is like, hey, Meta's not going to like my community because I'm doing something wrong. I want somebody else to double check it. So That's kind of what I wanted to. That's why I did it. I could have said like, "Hey, I'm gonna take it easy. It's the summer," and I'm also like, I have a little one and stuff. But then I was like, I know I can help people with this, so I stayed up till 6 a.m. to make sure that this would happen for everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, enough of that because it feels salesy. Tomorrow we have something really cool. We have Garrett who's going to come with us. I did get permission from him. He's going to come with us live. We're basically going to get to interview him about Skoot,
I'm so excited.
Again, everybody listen up. For Growth Boost, if you think that you might have a hard time with follow-up, doing all the things, feeling like you needed to be an octopus with like 8 arms to get everything done and like 10 screens, then Skoot is for you.
And Skoot has worked with many Skool Games winners. So you don't want to miss this one.
I mean, everybody, okay, can we be honest real quick? Everybody like sings the praises of Andrew Kirby and Aiden with synthesizer and synthesizer scaling, right? They use Skoot. Literally, they use Skoot. Like, no, I mean, like, the top people are using Skoot. Calvin Hollywood uses Skoot.
Yep.
People that just won Skool Games, like Matt Ryder, he was like,
Lots of Skool Games winners.
Yeah, so it's kind of one of those things where, yeah, sure, there are different tools out there, right? But, and then the other thing, I forgot to mention this. Guess what? He was invited, Garrett, the owner of Skoot. If you're wondering if it's allowed by Skool, he was just at HQ, Skool HQ, because Sam invited him out there.
That's
to hang
cool.
out. And he worked alongside him for a bit. And so, like, no, Sam is in that community and he's aware. So that's pretty freaking cool. We're going to get to interview him. And
I'm excited.
Hear all about like how it's helping people and what they're doing. Yeah. So
just join all the communities. Join, make money with the community. Join Skoot,
and then Proofworth, right? You want the infinity stones of communities that are going to be backing you, right?
Yeah, just collecting them all. All right, people. Well, thank you.
We
for
have
joining
one
us.
more thing.
Oh,
you can't,
oh my gosh!
And
I forgot all about this.
What the heck?
I can't believe I forgot. The school drinking game. I was wrong.
I was wrong too.
Yep. So I guess that Kirby was, for the 3rd week in a row, drinking mysterious liquid in mug, and that Sam would be drinking I think I said coconut LaCroix. I don't remember. But that is not what they're drinking.
It is
like
not.
to say?
I tried to get confirmation on this, but I think that it's been a busy day. Oh my gosh, this music is louder and the saxophones are just getting louder.
Oh, that's like the meme.
Yeah. That was what I was going for. I asked Kirby, but I think he is also for sure busy because it's probably crazy over there. I think that my guess is that is a grape Waterloo. I went back and forth like. And I looked at it and I was like, is it the there's another one. What was it called? Oh my gosh. Waterloo flavors. Now I got to look it up because
blackberry, cucumber.
There's a blackberry what the hell? Blackberry lemonade. I thought it might have been blackberry lemonade, but I think that can is purple, not cream. So it would be the grape.
I think you're right. I think it's the grape. It almost looks like they're drinking the same thing.
Almost, but if you look at the difference, so all right, this is what a Waterloo can looks like. Don't we love that this is our life, you guys. We need to know.
This is the most important part of my day.
This is a very key, crucial part of Tuesdays.
Why was he drinking some of it?
Why was he drinking some of it?
We're wondering the same thing.
Okay, so see the difference right there is like grape and blackberry. Oh, you want to drink one?
Yeah, I want to drink the watermelon one.
The watermelon one?
Yeah.
I think we'll have to check that out sometime. And then I think that it was a Nixie. Now, I think that it was the black cherry lime Nixie.
That's what it looks like.
And it's because if you look closer, again, we'll go back to it real quick. If you look at the can, this is important, Eric. Come on. This is me being very, very focused, hyper fixated on drinks, right? The can is different, and it has like more kind of like flair to it at the top,
A little bit.
and
yeah.
so, and on the sides. So I think it was a black cherry lime Nixie.
Could be.
I think.
I got to get me one of those Nixies. I haven't tried them yet. I got to try one. See what the hubbub's
But-
about. I mean, the CEO's drinking it, so.
Can we be honest? I think that this is on purpose at this point. They have it where we definitely can't see.
Those jerks. They're messing with us.
I'm gonna file a complaint. I'm gonna go, hey Sam, Mr. Sam Ovens CEO.
Slightly turn it.
Can you please allow us to see what kind of drink it is each time? Because I cannot survive another Tuesday night where I spend 30 minutes trying to figure out what the
Yeah.
fuck you were drinking.
Wasting so much time.
All by choice, right?
Yep.
Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about?
I think this one last final thought I have about the new Skool ads is that it's really not that different from turning on regular affiliates for your community. Like you turn on affiliates, 30%, 40%. Those people are going to go find you members and then you pay them. It's no different.
Yeah, and I think that there's been a few questions, which I am happy to answer questions. I'll be going through. I'm actually probably going to release a couple looms to YouTube just so that other people can just share them if they want to share the answers, because I don't want people to feel confused. Like when people are confused, they can almost freeze up. Like they feel like they can't take action, right?
Yeah, or they just leave.
Right, or they it's causing some anxiety, like unnecessary anxiety. So I will be spending extra time to try to make sure that's not happening for you.
Yeah. All the mods are just running around like chickens with their heads cut off trying to put out all these fires. They're not going to know what to do. They're just trying their best. They're trying their darndest. I mean, they're people. The mods are just people like you and me. So is Sam. So is Kirby. So is everybody. We're all just doing our best in this little rock floating in the middle of the universe trying to survive. And then something like this comes along. What are we going to do? We're going to make it. It's going to be fine. In the grand scheme of things, nothing of this really matters if you think about it. It's just a simulation out there. Everything's fake. Bye. See you tomorrow for Scoot. Bye.
Bye.